Beginnings. Thank you for taking it easy on me so far. I'm trying to take up running again, and even though I've only done 2 runs this summer is just starting. So why am I just starting running again and not just continuing it? I started running in 3rd grade in our sprinters club, and I was essentially the slowest person that was there. So I didn't run the race at the end of 3rd grade. I didn't run for 4th grade either. And then came the chance to try and do sprinters again, so I started running in 5th grade, and I ran in 5th grade. I did my first 5K in 5th grade with my mom, and we kind of pushed each other to keep running. And so I did sprinters through 5th and 6th grade, and then our coach for sprinters gave me the packet of information for cross country for middle school. Don't get me wrong, I was still essentially the slowest person that was there, but I pushed myself and I didn't want to just quit and give up. I wanted to, keep doing this thing that I've been doing for 2 years. So in middle school, I decided to go to summer conditioning and do cross country for middle school, and again, still the slowest person. I still remember the feeling of the carts behind me during races as I was the last person. They followed the last person throughout the entire course just to make sure everyone got through, no one got injured or anything. But I still remember that feeling of hearing that cart behind me and I'm just like, I'm the last person, like, I get it. I don't need that constant reminder saying I'm the last person to finish. It's fine. I know I'm slow. So I continued cross country for all of middle school and then most of high school, and each year I made progress. I would finish faster in the last race than I did in the first race, but every year I also still felt like I was starting over again. So 7th grade to 8th grade, I felt like I was starting back over again because I wouldn't keep up running during the off season. And the same with essentially every single year in high school. I would always start back over again and my times would just go back up. So senior year came around and our team was growing, which is amazing, but I would leave practices upset and crying because I was constantly comparing myself to my other teammates, and even though I was always pushing myself the hardest I could, I wasn't seeing any improvement. I was the slowest one on the team, I was not as fit as the other people, and I kind of just over the course of practices before our first meet, I just kept building up this idea in my head, I don't have to do this if it's not what I want to do, and if it's not something I love doing anymore, I don't have to continue doing this. I am so grateful that I had a coach who noticed that something was going on and who pulled me aside and talked to me about it. And after practice one day, I made the decision for myself that I needed to not run races and not run competitively. Even if it was just against myself, I needed to not run my senior year. It's just something that I could not do mentally. Physically, I could have done it. Mentally, I could not have done it. I could not have. But I still wanted to be involved with the cross-country team, so I joined the stat squad, and I helped take times down when they were doing speed days, so running around the track, I would help take times down, and I would also help take times down for the different mile markers at all of the meets. And it was something that I enjoyed. I was still part of the team, but I wasn't running, and that was something that I needed to do. I will never know what would have happened if I stayed silent and continued to run cross country for the rest of my senior year, but I think I can say I would not be running right now. I made the decision for myself to stop running, and I have made the decision for myself to start running again. So while this thing I'm doing this summer isn't me beginning to run, it is me beginning to run again. And I hope I can keep up with it. Because I am enjoying getting outside and doing physical activity and stuff like that. I am enjoying it so far. And I think it's because I'm not comparing myself to other people. I'm comparing myself to myself. And I'm not as fast as I was in high school or middle school. I can't run those 10-minute miles for 30 minutes. I can't run a 5K in 30 minutes. I can't run 2 miles in less than 20 minutes. But I am happy with where I am. I am not comparing myself to others, and I think that's what's important. I need to be doing this for myself and for no one else but me.